Your next lesson relates to bricks and mortar. Now, I'm going to cover all bases of what's necessarily been built, so let's just assume I'm encompassing everything when I say bricks and mortar. I want you to use your checklist, which you have filled out, haven't you? Of course you have, or else you wouldn't have clicked onto this lesson. If you haven't done your checklist, go back and do it. No judgment, don't worry about it. Let's dive into this one. So I want you to use the checklist, and this is where you get a bit more granular. When you've looked at the list, it really gives you an overview of what you've been looking at or what you think you want. When it's all down in one page, does it make sense? So are you looking for a brand new property that's 4,000 square feet with period charm for €500,000? Right beside your parents' house. Now, I'm not saying you did, and I'm joking a little bit, but this also gets you clear on what it is you're looking at, because sometimes people can really fatigue themselves when they're looking at property because they daydream about things that don't apply. So now that you've written out your list, you have a budget in mind, you have a finish in mind, you have expectations that you think you have. That could be around the area you thought you wanted. That could be around the location you felt wouldn't be suitable but is within budget. And then that's not including the conversation you've had with a significant other or a family member who's involved. So I want you to get clear on those particular elements of your list versus what's on the market. Because if you're looking for a 5-bedroom apartment with sea views that has 2 parking spaces and ancillary storage, that may not be the case on the ground. Equally, when you're looking at a house with a certain outlook, with a certain view, with certain transport links nearby, it's very important to really look at your property checklist kind of with an assessing eye after you've had fun with it. So you're throwing down your details, you're not thinking about it too much, but when it's there in the cold light of day, I want you to really look at it and say, how does this translate into what's on the market right now? Be clear on your budget. Avoid daydreaming. We all want to dream about the what if. That's a lovely thing to have. But much like my example before, if your budget is X and you're looking at Y, you're going to waste your time and wonder why you get, firstly, tired, fed up, frustrated, but also how your mortgage approval may run out by the time you've actually gotten very clear on what it is you want. That's not to say when you view something that you don't like that it's not useful. It can be quite like a menu. You only know by trying something. But at this point, I want you to really pause, check at your list and say, is this applicable to what it is I'm looking for right now?